Alrighty, welcome on in everyone to our 2025 Panini Luminance 1 case 12 box player break number 2. Since it is a player break, we don't have a team sheet, so we'll get to it. Organized here. What's up, Timmy? How's it going? Box number 1. Best of luck to all of you.
Assuming it was 75s for the men's.
Yeah, that or yeah, 75 I think is what they are. They may be a little bit bigger. The thicker ones are over there if we need them. Minka Fitzpatrick, Kyron to start us there. Means Bland, and 35 out of 249 there for Nick Imanu Ru and Maru and Amaru and Mamori. All right, there we go. That was a tough one. And here's a nice one to start us. Abdul Carter on the ink, year 1 auto. Nice hit there. Non-numbered on that one. Andrew Van Ginkel on the unforgettable. Egbuka there on that rookie. White. And who's this back here? Kale Mullins. It's a thick one coming up. Drake May. And for the Bucks, very cool. 225 out of 299 there for Will Shepard. Very cool. And this is a sick one. Caleb Williams there on the XL jerseys. That's a sick patch. And that's going to be 8 out of 50 there. Sweet hit. Let's see.
That'd be pretty rad.
Is not from a specific game event.
Oh, man.
Yep. Vestige of Jettas. Helm. Banks Jr. And Riley Leonard there. Kid reporter there. McBride, JMO, Bettis, Luminosity, Michael Penix Jr. there. Very cool. JSN 221 out of 299. And ink here for Alexander. 89 out of 100. Forgot how hard these numbers are to see. Zy Alexander. And engaged numbered action for Zaire Franklin. 95 out of 100. Taylor. Pierce Jr. And Harold Franklin Jr. there on the back. Some of those are so hard to see.
So it looks like the short prints only have black one of one parallels.
Okay.
And Luminosity's one of them.
Yeah.
Only has a black one of one. Whereas the rest of the inserts all have like out of 100, out
Okay.
of 50.
Jerome Bettis. 151 out of 199 there. And Williams is going to be 458 out of 700 there for Michael Williams. Very sweet hit. And Amarian Hampton there. Alexander Franklin. And Isaac Tesla. He's had a good preseason. That'll do it for box 1.
Looks like 4 short prints.
Okay.
At least I've seen on the checklist. And
Cool.
That was one of them.
Cool.
Yeah, it looks like a short print.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's not hard to miss, for sure. Which way we go? What about this way? QJ, Jettas, Chase Brown, Chuba Hubbard, and Tank Dell is going to be 129 out of 199 there. And very nice. Jaden Higgins on the year 1 signatures. Sweet hit. Vestige of Lambjack. And Harris there on the back. Thick one coming here. Stroud, Bo Nix. And 10 out of 249 there for Luke Lacey. Vestige Materials, Julius Peppers. It's a sick looking card. Non-numbered on that one. Savage of BTJ. And Judkins. Shakir, H.N., Allen, Franklin. Nice one here. Sawyer, 122 out of 299 there. Sweet. For Jack Sawyer. Fits the Steelers for sure. And 528 out of 700 for Amos. Sweet card behind him. Trey Amos there. Fusion, Jaden Daniels, 37 out of 50. These cards are sick. That's a super sweet card. Jackson Dart, Higgins, and Bashul Tutin. Marion Hampton, 50 out of 75. That's a cool card there. Tank, Bigsby, 156 out of 299. And Williams doubling up, 624 out of 700 for Michael Williams. Bucky on the unforgettable. That'll do it for box 2. This one feels pretty thick here. Cook, Herbo, Quick, and Quinn Ewers, 18 out of 249 there. Nice hit. XL jerseys, Bo Nix. Nice hit. Not game worn or any specific event there for Bo. A cool hit. Saquon Unforgettables. BTJ. And Tua on names of the game. That's sweet.
That is short.
SP here. Very cool. Nice hit. I like that card. 289 out of 299 there for Nash. Nick Nash there. Williams is going to be 513 out of 700 for Kyle Williams. BTJ on the Savage, 5 out of 100. Warren. And Travis Hunter there on the back. It's a cool card. They put Saquon's reverse hurdle. First time seeing it. Pretty cool. And 54 out of 299 there for Mark Van Een. Brooks is going to be 79 out of 700 there on the ink. Ja'Cory Brooks. Vestige, Derrick Henry. McLaughlin. And what's this going to be? 2 out of 50 for Shavon Reveal Jr. Revel Jr. Ollie Gordon on the year 1. Should have an interesting year if Devon Achen isn't healthy. Savage of Justin Jefferson. That'll do it for that box. Cook is going to be 50 out of 100. Brady Cook. And Beck is going to be 127 out of 299 there. And sweet auto behind Jack Betch is Warren. Very cool. 170 out of 700 there for Tyler Warren. Joey B on the Unforgettable. Sanders there on the back. Malik, Pickens, Bowers. 182 out of 299 for Booty. Kayshawn there. And Lane on the ink. 510 out of 700. Jalen Lane and Monty showing up on the Fusion. Sweet card there. These look sick. Thick one coming up. Jason. And McLaughlin is going to be 14 out of 50. Sweet hit. And Caleb doubling up here on the Mems. Bright Beginnings, 17 of 50. Very cool. Not from any specific game, but still sick patch. Vestige BTJ. Caleb, Lamar, Williams, and Bond. 57 out of 150 there for Isaiah Bond. Who's a stud. Hopefully he can translate well to the NFL. Marks is going to be 447 out of 700 there for Woody Marks. And Andrew Van Ginkel, 9 out of 100 on the Unforgettable. That'll do it for that one. That's going to be 235 out of 249 for Kalel Mullings. And Rome. So 2 teammates, 1 out of 50 there on the Bright Beginnings. Another sick patch. Henry on the Vestige. Ewers, Stewart, and Wells Jr. Very cool. Travis Hunter, 78 out of 299. Nice hit. And 22 out of 700 for Landon Jackson. And sweet here for Gibbs on the Vestige. 18 out of 50. Nice hit for Gibbs. Nice hit for Penix. 25 out of 25. That's a sweet card. Very cool. Culpepper is going to be 134 out of 299. And 34 out of 300 there on the auto for Keyshawn Booty. Saquon, Hopkins, Chase. That's sweet. Williams is going to be 21 out of 35 there. And that's a sick auto behind him. We'll get there in a second. Tyleek Williams. And Genty taking down some ink here. 51 out of 100. Very cool. Congratulations to the Genty spot. Joe Mixon on the Unforgettable. And Jalen Milroe there on the back. Couple thick ones feels like. Neighbors, Pickens, Amos is going to be 79 out of 249. Trey Amos there. Nice hit. And vintage materials of Jason Taylor. Nice hit. Saquon on the unforgettable. What do we have here? Very cool. Max Crosby and Howie Long on the reflected materials. Very cool. Nice hits. That'll be randomized between the two there. Non-numbered on that one. Bond is going to be 117 out of 299. And future signatures, J. Michael. On the NIL, Panini NIL there. Nice hit. Nothing for Chad Johnson yet. Derrick Henry on the Vestige.
So many Bears.
Another thick one coming here. Williams is going to be 2 out of 10 there. Sweet hit for Kyle Williams. T-Law. 10 out of 299. And very cool. On the vintage autographs, Harry Carson. 76 out of 100. Thicker stock there. No Will Campbell as of yet. Jetta's on the Savage. Hopefully we can find some Will Campbell though for you and some Chad Johnson. That's sweet. Chase Brown, 27 out of 50. Nice kind of color match with the orange and black there. Sweet looking card. DJ Giddens on the year 1 signatures. Unforgettable, Joe Mixon. Broken, it won't go up. $34 out of 249 there for Mitchell Evans, and nice auto behind him. Mr. Olave on the ink, 18 out of 20. Sick card there. Hopefully he can stay healthy this year. Engaged, Micah Parsons. Malik Neighbors on the color match, 50 out of 199 there. And Derrick Henry on the XL jerseys. He has a kind of funny face there. Vestige of Devon Aitchen. And 10 of 50 there for Shavon Rebel Jr. Nice hit. And another NIL auto for Andrew Marsh. Nice hit. Fusion. Guess we're going to complete the fusions of the lines here with Jared Goff. Got Monty and Gibbs on those. Only takes one card to make up for it there, Danny.
This might be very rare. This red's nil auto. Because it shows it at the bottom of the parallels.
Okay. 38 out of 100 there for Penix.
That's pretty cute.
Yeah. 108 out of 299 there for Baker. And 458 out of 700 for Xavier Restrepo. Engaged Jared Goff.
It's hard to read at the cursive writing.
Yeah. I already struggle enough with letters. That's enough when
I
they.
know, right? You're like, now you gotta do cursive.
Now I gotta do cursive, and the bottom's like black a lot of the time too, or green, dark. So I'm like, gosh, makes me think I need glasses.
Oh, you want to do the base too?
Oh yeah, huh? That's probably a good idea.
I probably need that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't mind it, Warner. I like a lot of the way a lot of the parallels look, especially the low numbered ones. They're sick looking. 22 out of 75 there for Will Shepard. And 284 out of 299 there for Henry Ellard. And what do we have here? Turpin, that's sweet. On the light speed, 10 of 10. That's pretty cool. Congrats to the Turpin spot on that auto. Nice little thicker card there as well. Those are sick looking. Vestige of Puka. And 10 of 35. They put these numbers in such hard spots for Henry Ellard. And Noel is going to be 579 out of 700 for Jalen Noel. And Marv there on the Fusion. Wells Jr. Another thicker one coming up here. Quick is going to be 50 out of 50 bookend there. And Dak showing up on the mem. Engaged of Kyle Hamilton. Dylan Gabriel, 123 out of 150 there. Very nice here. 29 out of 100 for Mark Brunell on that auto. Sweet hit. Sick looking card. Garrett Wilson, unforgettable. That'll end off that box. Who's a lefty? 32 out of 100 for Caden Prather. And Samson is going to be 139 out of 299. And doubling up, this is a second auto. 190 out of 300 there for Kayshawn. Savage of, or Vestige of Mike Evans there. Joey B. Baker. QJ. And Pickens, 267 out of 299. And Lane, 541 out of 700 there. Savage of Baker. It felt really thick. Trying to get it out. Minka is going to be 81 out of 199. And vintage materials for Joe Green on that patch. Unforgettable Myles Garrett. Sawyer is going to be 2 out of 249. Ferguson there on the ink. 152 out of 700. And 76 out of 100 for Brock Bowers on the Fusion. Sweet hit. Tez here. That'll do it for that one. Alrighty, we got 2 boxes left after this one here, so 3 in total. Three out of 75 there for DJ Giddens. Egbuka is going to be 249 out of 299. And Judkins year 1 red ink there. Very cool. Hopefully he gets everything sorted out. He can be on the field. Engaged Harrison Smith. Sweat is going to be 166 out of 299. And Noel on the ink here. 478 out of 700. Amon-Ra on his signature headstand celly there. Sweat is going to be 101 out of 199. And Marv there on the XL jersey. Prestige, Jaden Daniels, Scat, and Genty. $60 out of 249 for Curtis Baruch. Lenoris Sellers on the NIL. So another NIL auto there. Future signatures. JT on the Savage. One more box after this one. Brooks is going to be 215 out of 299. And Bucky showing up on the patch auto, 46 out of 100 there. Sweet hit for Bucky. Penix Jr. on the unforgettable. McLaughlin is going to be 176 out of 299. And Kyron showing up on the mem here. Nice hit. Fusion Malik Neighbors. Drake London. And Amos is going to be 23 out of 50, I believe there. Yeah, 23 out of 50. That number's so hard to see. And Kai Bolden on the future signature, so another NIL one there. Nice hit. Bo on the Vestige. Drake London, that's a sick card. 4 out of 25. Brock Purdy. What is that? 89 out of 199. Williams on the ink. 573 out of 700. Tyler Warren on the insert. And last box here, and then we'll have a recap. Last box, Magic. Hopefully we can get some of you guys on the board that aren't. Nolan is going to be 278 out of 299. Tesla, 474 out of 700. He's a stud. I hope the Lions give him a chance. Sanders is going to be 39 out of 249. And vintage materials of Thurman Thomas. Fusion Justin Jefferson. Igbuka. Kid reporter there. Another thick one coming here. Morrison, 122 out of 299 and 47 of 50 for Raul Douglas on the Shutter signatures. 41 of 50 there. Nice hit. New name on the board. It's always nice. Engaged of Crosby. And last pack, and we'll get to your recap a few moments after. Show is going to be 12 out of 100. McCoy is going to be 275 out of 299. And Brooks on the ink, 334 out of 700. Vestige of Jettas. And that'll do it. Alrighty, give us a few moments. We'll be back with the recap. Alrighty, we're back. Got as low as 10 there with the light speed of Turpin. To 20, Olave. To 50, Douglas. To 100, Alexander. Genty. Carson. Brunell. And Bucky there on that patch out. To 300, Kayshawn times 2. 700, Brooks, Tesla, Williams, Noel, Lane, Ferguson, Noel, Restrepeal, Jackson, Warren, Lane, Marks, Williams, Brooks, Amos, Williams, times 2 there. NIL is starting off with the shorter printed red there of J. Michael, Golden, Sellers, and Marsh. Same thing here, red shorter printed Judkins, Giddens, Gordon, Higgins, and Abdul Carter. Patch stuff here. Out of 50, Rome and Caleb times 2 there. XL jerseys base here. Marv, Bonix, Henry. Vintage materials, Thomas on the base. Green and Peppers and Taylor. Kyron, Dak, and then that duel that we will random between Howie Long and Max Crosby. Out of 10, Williams. Out of 25, London and Penix. To 35, Williams and Allard. To 50 here, Amos, Quick, Ravel, Junior Brown, Vestige of Jahmyr Gibbs to 50 as well. McLaughlin, Revel Jr., and Jaden there on the Fusion. To 75, Giddens, Shepard, and Hampton. Shaw to 100, Prather, Penix Jr., Cook, BTJ on the Savage, Engaged of Zaire Franklin, Brock Bowers, and Unforgettable of Andrew Van Ginkel. Gabriel to 150 and Bond to 150. To 199, Purdy, Sweat, Fitzpatrick, Neighbors, Dell, and Bettis. To 249, Sanders, Baruch, Sawyer, Evans, Amos, Mulligans, Ewers, and Luke Lacey. Lachey?
Yep.
Lachey. And Nick. How'd you say this guy's last name again?
Which
Emin Wari. Okay. I don't know why I have such a hard time with that one. That one gives me troubles. Watch, I'll remember it forever now. Out of 299, okay. Morrison, Nolan, Brooks, McLaughlin, Ibuka, Sweat, Sampson, Pickens, Allard, Mayfield, Bond, Lawrence, Hunter, Culpepper, Beck, Kayshawn, Nash, Mark, Sawyer, Bigsby, Shepard, and JSN. Shorter printed stuff. Names of the game, Tua and Luminosity, Michael Penix Jr. Alrighty, let me grab that iPad and we'll randomize. So we got our dice roller. Roll the dice 12 times. And we got Howie and Max there. So whoever's on top will take it down. Eight, 9, 10, 11, and best of luck. Max Crosby will be taking it down there. Alrighty, that'll do it for the break. We do have auctions ending probably right about now for some breaks that are going on tomorrow. So if you guys want to get into anything, I know we have a Star Wars 3-case blaster, some Disney stuff, some Marvel stuff. So if that interests you, go ahead and check out the eBay and hop